Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday and where the hell we are today?
Well, yesterday we read Ezekiel Chapter 46.
We sure as fuck did.
Yeah, and in that chapter, we were reading about God and how he was creating entrance and exit plans to the temple. And we read about how there is a special room inside the temple where the priests get to put on their special eating clothes and they get to go there and eat separate from those dirty people that are outside the walls. So that was exciting.
Their special eating clothes.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
well, they didn't. You remember how they had to take them off?
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so funny.
It is funny.
They had to put on their bibs.
Yeah. I feel like I'm imagining much more than that, but I mean, like, my mind is going crazy with that thought. So I'll just let you guys come up with your own ideas as to how that works.
And this is the shirt I wear when I'm eating, and then this is the shirt I wear when I'm done and I'm washing dishes, and then this is the shirt that you'll like this one. This is the shirt I wear when I'm pooping.
Yeah.
A pooping shirt.
I want to see everybody's, and send a link, whatever social media you're on with us. I want to see a picture of your eating clothes.
What are your eating clothes
Send your eating
like?
clothes to us.
Send me your favorite eating clothes, guys.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah.
Unless it's a nude picture. I don't want to see that shit.
No nudes. No shame. Just, I don't want to see it. It's not for me. That's for you and your people. That's not for me.
Yeah.
No nudes.
That was just about it. That was about it. There wasn't a whole lot to it. I mean, they do some worshiping on the new moon and pagan bullshit and ritual fucking sacrifice and blah blah blah. Same shit that happened in Leviticus. So except for now that we have entrance and exit plans and special eating rooms with special eating clothes.
Yes.
So that was Ezekiel chapter 46.
Yes.
Which means that today we're getting into
Ezekiel chapter 47.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. All right, we are hopping into Ezekiel chapter 47.
Okay.
Or as I affectionately call him, Easy Kyle.
That's right.
Although he's anything but easy. This Kyle is difficult and crazy.
Yeah.
He is not an easy Kyle.
No.
Of all the Kyles I know, he's the least easy.
You know what? I will say he is easy to dismiss. easily scorned. It's just the ideas that we've come across in this book, right? And I know how this ties into the New Testament in certain ways. Like, I don't know the full breadth of what that means, but I do know that it is very important. But as we're reading through this, I'm like, this is stupid, guys.
I'm like, oh, Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle.
So whatever. It's dumb. That's all.
Somebody's in a mood.
We this is the funny thing to me. Almost every episode that we ever start, we're like, this fucking book sucks. And we still have lots of fans, and we're actually really popular as a podcast. So I'm like, we don't do a great job of selling ourselves.
I hate this book. Okay, let's read it. This book is horrible. Okay, next chapter.
Right. I think it's just like people watching a train wreck, like, let's see how they don't even know how bad it's going to get.
Or it's like when you're eating something and you're like, oh, this is disgusting. Taste it.
Right. Yes.
That's what it's like.
Exactly.
Ugh. Okay. We are in the final chapters.
Yeah.
Headed to the end. We are in the penultimate chapter, which means second to last.
Okay. All right.
And let us never forget that the final section of Ezekiel, chapters 40 through 48, are often referred to as the Torah of Easy Kyle.
I think if they hadn't come up with that name themselves, that would have been something that we would have come up with, because it is very obvious that this is very much like Leviticus.
This is so Leviticile.
Yeah. I like that.
Right?
I think it should be renamed Leviticile.
It is.
That's awesome.
I just named it that.
Yeah.
Just there in my little brain hole.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this. We are going to learn about water today.
Okay.
Special water.
We're going to learn about water. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
More mention of the man.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so pissed at the note that said he just disappears. We never hear from him again.
Yeah, they lied.
They did. I'm going to track down that note and be like, nuh-uh.
Right. Yeah.
And they're going to be like, okay.
Right.
And then?
Yeah.
Ooh, you called me out, you atheist.
Yeah. Right.
God damn it. All right, so the man, the golden man, bronze, brass.
Sure. Just gleaming
radiant,
white, whatever
gleaming
the fuck
white
he is.
metal man.
Yeah.
What is that? What is the metal man? The metal man.
The metal man?
Like, the guys from Doctor Who.
Oh, Cyberman?
Cyberman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to call him the Cyberman.
Okay.
Yeah. The Cyberman brought me back to the entrance to the temple. And I mean, that's what Christianity is like, right? You will be assimilated. That one is from... That's the Borg.
Yes.
Yeah, you will be assimilated.
Yeah, you're getting your
my fandoms mixed up. What do the Cybermen say?
I don't remember exactly.
Oh, God damn it!
Yeah, it's.
I know that.
They do get assimilated. That's
right,
that's for sure.
But that's not the word they use.
Right.
And the other dudes, they're like delete.
Right. Yeah. I can't remember, man.
The Daleks say delete. Okay.
I'm trying to look it up, so just see if I can figure it out here. So, because it's gonna bother me.
I know.
Yeah. You will be upgraded. Yeah.
You are ready for an upgrade.
Yeah.
They don't say resistance is futile. That's the Borg.
Yeah, this is wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like they say you will be upgraded in the new version. Maybe that was the old version.
Yeah, and they also don't say delete because that's from the Daleks.
I think this is all kinds of wrong.
Wow.
So I honestly don't remember what they say in the newer ones, but whatever. That's probably... I
said Goober failed us, but I meant Google.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to call Google Goober from now on.
We'll have to get back to you guys about the Cybermen because I can't remember myself.
What do they say? They're like, come on, come be like us.
Yeah.
Come on, let's chop off your body parts and make you be metal.
Right.
Cybermen, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they are like the Borg, but like the Borg are cold, whereas the Cybermen are like evilish.
Right.
So, honestly, I prefer the Borg because they logically make sense. I'm not saying that I think that they're awesome and that I want to be one. I'm just saying like they make logical sense.
Got it.
All right. I'm so sorry. So the Cyberman brought me back to the entrance of the temple and I saw water.
Not water.
Coming out from under the threshold of the temple toward the east, for the temple faced east.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I mean, I'm assuming this is some sort of an underground spring,
but I got to tell you what, they need to call a plumber is my thinking. If I was like walking around my house and I was like, oh shit, there goes some water.
Right.
I would be like, that is a bad day.
Sure.
Yeah.
Was it, didn't they, no, I'm thinking of something else. That was never mind. Forget I said anything.
All right. Edit.
Yeah.
Edit. You will be edited.
It was just, there was some place that they diverted water to conquer, but I think that was something to do with another city.
Oh, that was an entirely
different. Had nothing to do with Jerusalem or the temple.
That was one of the
like
siege things that they did.
Right.
All right, so the water was coming down from the south, from under the south side of the temple, south of the altar.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That dude that we weren't supposed to ever hear from again.
The golden dude, the Cyberman.
Yeah. The Cyberman brought me out through the north gate and led me around the outside to the outer gate facing east.
Mm-hmm.
And the water was trickling from the south side. That water be trickling as it do.
Yeah.
As the man went eastward with a measuring line in his head, you know how Cybermans love to fucking measure shit with their rods.
They do? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He measured off 1,000 cubits. Not rods, cubits.
Right.
I mean, it may be rods because of our translation.
I'm just imagining him laying on the ground, laying his elbow down to his fingertips, and then like getting up and doing the same thing over 1,000 times.
See, I was imagining him with an anachronistic measuring tape.
Right. Okay.
This hasn't been invented yet. Shh. And it snaps back, and then like all the people around him, like all the Jewish people, are like, "Whoa, cool." Anyway, he measured off 1,000 cubits or rods or whatever, and then led me through water that was ankle deep. Why did he step into that water?
I don't know.
I don't step into water.
I mean, I
get my shoes
used
wet.
to like to go walk through streams.
To get your shoes wet?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Oh my God, I hate that because then your shoes never dry. They're never the same.
That's why you have tromping shoes, you know? You gotta have your tromping shoes.
Oh, see, I only ever had one pair of sneakers at a time. I didn't have like, these are my eating clothes, these are my pooping clothes, these are my tromping shoes, these are my going to the grocery store shoes.
Well, it's not like my shoes that I would go in the river were like they had holes in them. They were my trash shoes from the last time, you know?
As we call them today, your lawn mowing shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like they were like a pair of shoes I bought to go into the river with.
Special for tromping in rivers.
No, they're worn out pieces of shit.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't have those. Usually, like, by the time mine were done, they were so done. Because I grew out of them.
But yeah, that's so done meant that they were in the river. So
no.
That's what they meant in my childhood anyway.
No, I don't keep old broken things.
Got it. Yeah.
I don't understand that concept.
To go walking through the river, you can deal with some slightly small, slightly broken up shoes. It's fine, you know.
Okay, this is totally off topic, but speaking of tromping in rivers, okay. So, do you remember when you were a child catching tadpoles?
Yeah.
I babysit a toddler and we were watching this nature video and these kids, like with a parent supervision, you know, they were studying this, ditch and stuff in their backyard, not a ditch, but like a pool or whatever. Anyways.
Okay.
And so the mom was helping them catch tadpoles and I was thinking how unusual that was because that's dirty and gross. Like, I'm not trying to catch tadpoles. I'm not trying to stick my hands in stagnant water, which is where tadpoles usually are.
They're in ponds and they're in.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying.
I mean, that's normally where I would get them.
And so the toddler was like, "What are those?" And I was like, "They're baby frogs." And he was like, "No, they're not," because you know they don't look like baby frogs.
Right.
And I'm like, "They haven't grown their legs yet."
Yeah.
They're babies. They're babies.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was thinking back to when I was little and yeah, we used to catch tadpoles, but I would never do that today. Like I don't want to tromp. I don't want to get my hands dirty. So I'm not trying to step in this ankle deep water.
I mean, I would, but that's, you know.
Right.
Whatever.
But you're the outdoors person and I am the couch potato. That is our marriage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I'm the one that mows. I like to mow, but then I like to come back inside.
Right.
And potato on the couch.
Yeah.
Okay. The dude, Cyberman, measured off another 1,000 cubits or rods or whatever and led me through water that was knee deep. What? He measured off another 1,000 and led me through water that was up to my fucking waist.
Wow.
Okay, this water's getting too deep. He measured off another 1,000, but now it was a river that I could not cross. I saw where that was going, right?
Yeah.
Because the water had risen and was deep enough to swim in a river that no one could cross.
No one could cross.
That's what it says. That's
crazy.
But I'm betting if they had a boat, they could.
Probably.
Or raft.
Yeah.
Or swim.
I mean, I don't know of any rivers you can't cross.
Right.
So this either is one crazy river or... But maybe it's rapids. Maybe there's rapids or something.
I was going to say, but this is calm waters.
Right.
This is a nice flowing river. So you should be able to swim it.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Or like
unless there's some sort of God barrier that stops you from doing that, you know?
Okay. Well, you can never account for God
I mean, it
barriers.
is at the East Gate, you know, so.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Right.
That is true. So the Cyberman asked me, "Son of man.
You mere human.
You fucking worm. Do you see this?"
The river?
Then he led me back to the bank of the river. When I arrived there, I saw a great number of trees on each side of the river. He said to me, "This water flows toward the eastern region and goes down into the Araba, or Araba.
Okay.
I don't know how to say it.
Sure.
Where it enters the Dead Sea. When it empties into the sea, the salty water there becomes fresh, you know, as happens when it goes through
streams are freshwater, seas are not. So, okay.
Swarms of living creatures will live wherever the river flows. That makes it sound like shit can't live in salt water.
Right.
And that's not how that works.
Right.
There's saltwater fish and freshwater fish.
That's true.
And so he's weird.
Yeah. Although I think the Dead Sea is kind of like a Dead Sea.
Oh, yeah.
You know, not there might be some things that live in it, but I think it's much less than like normal.
Yeah, so. Because it's
really salty. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the one in Utah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. That shit is so salty.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, it cries salty tears. There will be large numbers of fish because this water flows there and makes the salt water fresh. So, where the river flows, everything will live. Whee! Fishermen will stand along the shore. From En-Gedi to En-Eglaim, there will be places for spreading nets. The fish will be of many kinds, like the fish of the Mediterranean Sea.
Okay.
But the swamps and marshes will not become fresh. They will be left for salt. Okay?
Okay.
That's the way nature works. That's what's happening. I'm explaining a nature show to you.
Okay.
Fruit trees of all kinds will grow on both banks of the river. Their leaves will not wither, nor will their fruit fail. Oh, he's describing an Eden.
I guess.
Every month they will bear fruit because the water from the sanctuary flows to them.
Because this is some kind of God river, right?
It's a God river. Yeah.
Okay.
It's God river.
I'm just, like, so far what he's describing sounds like a fucking river. Things live in it. Trees grow by it. I'm like, okay, it's a river.
There go a river.
Yeah.
Yeah. Their fruit will serve for food and their leaves for healing. Like aloe or whatever.
Aloe
doesn't grow.
Aloe is not a tree. So, I don't know what that would be, but maybe like cocoa trees or something.
Does cocoa? Yeah. Okay.
There's some healing power to cocoa trees. There's also some like energy level stuff for cocoa trees. So
I like how you call it cocoa trees.
Or whatever the fuck
like
they are.
Cocoa fronds.
What?
Cocoa what? Oh, cocoa like not coconut, like
no.
Cocoa beans.
The chocolate trees, or the cocaine trees, whatever you want to fucking call them.
Yeah, cacao.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Sorry, I was thinking of like coconut trees.
No.
And I was like, what? Like, I couldn't make it work.
But even that if they were coconut trees, they would have some healing power too, because the fruits have, good juices in them and stuff.
Okay, so
whatever.
So we have an aloe in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Would you say it has healing power? Or would you just, I don't use the word power.
It has healing properties.
Properties.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah. That was tripping me up too, because I was like, they don't have powers. Like, they're not magical. They're just things, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So anyway, we're moving on to a different section in this chapter.
Okay.
This is what the sovereign Lord says.
Okay.
These are the boundaries of the land that you will divide among the 12 tribes of Israel as their inheritance, with 2 portions for Joseph.
Didn't we already divide these up a long time ago? Or are we redividing them up?
Yeah, this is new land.
Why wouldn't the old boundaries stand? If we're bringing all the tribes back together and the party's happening again, why don't they just get their old boundaries?
Because they have to redraw it for the people that weren't alive back then.
Or that they don't like.
Yeah, and that too.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you can't usurp somebody's shit if you don't know where their stuff starts and ends. Like, I'm trying to steal your money. Stand still.
Right, yeah.
How much do you have? I want it. I want to steal it.
Yeah.
Like, you got to know how much you're stealing first. Okay, so anyway, Cyberman says to Ezekiel, you are to divide it equally among them. Because, oh, wait, no, this must be God is speaking. Yeah, the sovereign Lord said this, not the Cyberman.
Got it.
Because I swore with uplifted hand to give it to your ancestors, this land will become your inheritance. This is to be the boundary of the land. Here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. On the north side, it will run from the Mediterranean Sea by the Hethlon Road past Lebo Hamath to Zedad, Beratha, and Sibraim, which lies on the border between Damascus and Hamath, as far as Hazer Hadakon, which is on the border of Haran. Are you following all this?
Nope.
Me neither.
Sounds like a bunch of crap to me.
I mean, I don't want to call it crap. It's just like geography that I can't grasp my mind around.
Right.
It doesn't apply.
Sure.
It's just a bunch of like,
yeah.
Charlie Brown.
I'm imagining
voices.
that if you're like the neighboring tribes that look and act very similarly to the Israelites, you could get a hold of this prophecy and be like, hey, let's just pretend to be one of those lost tribes. Right? And then you just get like some land for free, right?
Exactly.
If they just all stick to their story, right? They could get some Jewish land from this deal.
What's interesting is in the notes that I was taking for this section, the Levites receive their own land in this division.
Which they didn't in the old version.
Right.
Which is part of why I feel like it gets more grifty as we go along with regard to the priest and stuff like that.
So, the Levites get their own land now. Yay!
Yeah.
Isn't that cute?
Right.
The boundary will extend from the sea to Hazar-Anan along the northern border of Damascus with the border of Hamath to the north. This will be the northern boundary. On the east side of the boundary will run between Haran and Damascus along the Jordan between Gilead and the land of Israel to the Dead Sea and as far as Tamar. This will be the eastern boundary.
Okay.
On the south side, it will run from Tamar as far as the waters of Meribah Kadesh, then along the Wadi of Egypt, which that's the river of Egypt.
Sure.
Likely the Nile.
Right, we talked about that a while back. I remember that.
And a wadi is a flowing stream of water.
Right.
To the Mediterranean Sea. This will be the southern boundary.
Okay.
On the west side, the Mediterranean Sea will be the boundary to a point opposite Lebo Hamath. This will be the western boundary.
Okay.
So now I've done north, south, east, west.
Yeah.
You are to distribute this land among yourselves according to the tribes of Israel. You, except for plus the Levites too.
Right.
So that's cute. You are to allot it as an inheritance for yourselves and for the foreigners residing among you and who have children. You are to consider them as native-born Israelites.
Okay.
So
this is a different tack than they did before.
Yeah. All you dudes that ran out and got yourselves a foreign wife that you stole from other places.
Yeah.
They, as long as they have kids, as long as when you raped them they gave birth, then they get to be native born people.
I read it as anybody foreign living among them. It didn't seem like it was just people they married.
You are to allot it as an inheritance for yourselves and for the foreigners residing among you and who have children.
Yeah, for the foreigners living among you. It doesn't say that they
and
have to
who
be...
have children.
Sure, but it's still foreigners. Like, it's not necessarily just the people that they married. It's just they've been gone for a certain amount of time.
Okay, you're right.
They're coming back and they're like, don't fight them, just join them.
You're right.
That's all it's...
Okay. Got it. You are to consider them as native-born Israelites. Along with you, they are to be allotted an inheritance among the tribes of Israel. In whatever tribe a foreigner resides, there you are to give them their inheritance, declares the sovereign Lord. The end.
Okay. So they're just by land grabbing, they're adopting new Israelites?
Yeah.
I don't understand how that works.
They're like, this land is ours now. We've planted our flag. But no, don't worry. You don't have to get up or anything. You just have a new king.
We just got to chop your wiener, man.
Right.
So that,
no bigs.
After that, you're good.
Yeah. And also call yourself an Israelite now.
Sure. Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
No big.
All right. Well, that was Ezekiel chapter 47.
It sure as fuck was.
Which means that we'll be back tomorrow with...
the final chapter of Ezekiel, chapter 48.
The final Ezekiel.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys then.
Bye.